Masters Vessel Classical Academy, Primary Section. On the roll.
Hello, wonderful pupil. I am still your teacher, Mrs. Ajike Chidinma. I'll be taking primary 5 and 6 on Christian religious knowledge. Our topic for today is choosing a career. Choosing what? A career. In our last lesson, we talked about decision making, and we have talked about the advantages of taking a decision, good decisions, and disadvantages in taking bad decisions. Now, I told you that the decisions you take can make you or mar you. That is, it can build you or destroy you. Today, we'll be talking about choosing a career. You can see that most of us, very soon we'll graduate from primary school, go to secondary school, and very soon again, we'll graduate from secondary school and go to university. And then after that, by then, we would have made up our mind, we would have decided on which kind of career or kind of work we want to do in life. That is what we mean by choosing a career. Some of us want to be a doctor, some want to be lawyers, some want to be teachers. Yes, I know. And some of us want to be engineers. Okay, that is what we mean by career. Now, by the end of this lesson, it is expected that you define the term career, B, occupation, C, profession. And then you should be able to mention at least 7 types of careers. You should be able to mention 7 types of careers. Now let us define the term career. This is the work or job one is engaged in throughout his lifetime. A kind of work or job one is engaged in throughout his lifetime in order to serve the society, develop his environment, and make a living. A particular work someone does for throughout his lifetime in order to make a living, in order to develop his society and his environment. We call that kind of work career. When we talk about occupation is when one is doing a work or job by which he earns a living. Somebody can just be doing something. Maybe today he will be a roadside mechanic, tomorrow he will sell orange, the other day he will sell granite to make a living. That is occupation. He is not doing it for his entire life. He is just doing it for the purpose of earning a living. That is what we call occupation. And then when we talk about profession, it is when one develops better skills, knowledge, and techniques of doing the job through quality education. How do you get these better skills, this better knowledge, and this better technique of doing this work? It is through quality education and training. And then such a one becomes an expert or authority. He becomes an expert or authority. That is, when you would have gained the skills, these various skills, knowledge, and techniques of doing that particular job, we can now confidently call you an expert. Then a professional is a certified expert. A professional is a certified expert in the career he or she has chosen. When you are an expert, shows that you have acquired quality education. That is why we're telling you right now to listen. Stop looking at those people by the roadside that are selling granite, selling biscuits, selling all those things, making money right now. Leave those people. Get quality education. That is why your parents have sent you to school. And this training we are giving you right now, so that you too, do you like the way I teach? So that you too can teach very well like me. You will also become an expert. So that if you're a lawyer, you can judge very well when you'll be putting it to them. Right? And if you're an engineer, you will be able to construct building bridges very well. Not the kind of bridge that will fall with it if 20 cars pass on it, the bridge will collapse. No, we don't want half-baked. That is why you need to train to become what? An expert. Now, from the Bible, it recorded that the two sons of Adam and Eve had careers. Before you say, oh, even in the Bible, yes, the sons of Adam and Eve, can you remember them? Cain and Abel, they had what? Careers. Cain, yes, was a crop farmer, while Abel was a shepherd. Cain was what? A crop farmer. That is, Cain was what? A farmer. He plants what? Crops. And then Abel was what? A shepherd. That means Abel takes care of what? Animals. These were their own what? Career, what they chose, their own work they did throughout their lifetime. Cain was a farmer, while Abel was what? A shepherd. He takes care of animals. This we can see according to Genesis chapter 4, if you read from verse 1 to 6. Another person is David. You can also remember that David, before he was chosen, David the king, King David, he was once what? A shepherd before he became the king. That was why he was able to fight. He did a lot of things while he was in the bush. He killed lions. He killed other animals that came to attack his sheep. So he was what? A shepherd. He also took care of what? Animals. We can see this in 1 Samuel chapter 17 when we read from verse 14 through 15. And another person is Paul, Aquila, and his wife Priscilla. They were tent makers. We've learned in class that Paul learned so many things. He was what? One of the things he learned was tent making. And I have tried to explain to you what tent making means. Someone can be in a church. He doesn't want to be posted out. He will be in that particular church, go to Bible school, and come back and still work in that particular church. That person is said to be what? A tent maker. So Paul, Aquila, and his wife Priscilla. Priscilla is the wife of who? Aquila. They were what? All tent makers. And then when we look at Jesus' father while he was here on earth, his father Joseph, he was what? A carpenter. Can you remember that? Now this story is in the book of Matthew chapter 3, when we read from verse 54 through 58. That is where we see the story of Joseph, the father of Jesus, doing his carpentry work. And then another person was Peter. In the Bible, when we read from John 21, 1 to 11, we will see that Peter was a fisherman. Is that correct? Yes. They were what? Fishermen. Even John, James, they were all what? Fishermen. So you can see that some people started what? Some people had career even in the Bible. Now that is why when there is a song we sing during a morning devotion in school, they said if you want to be a lawyer, bring what? Your Bible and come. If you want to be a doctor, bring your Bible and come. That is, there is nothing on earth we want to do that did not start from where? The Bible. That did not originate from God. That is it. Are you sick? God, we call God who? A healer. That means God is a doctor. What do you want that God does not have? You want to be an engineer, God will teach you that. Jesus taught Paul, James and John and the rest, even Peter, how to be what? How to fish. So there is nothing you want that is not where? Found in the Bible. Now we have different types of career that people can do as for a living. We have carpentry. We have marketing. Carpentry has to do with dealing with woodwork, like making table, making wooden chairs, even a door. We have marketing. Marketing has to do with selling things, advertising things, showing people what you have. And then we have tailoring. You know what that means? When they sew your clothes. Yes, that fine Christmas clothes. Then another one is farming, planting. These are careers people what? Go into for life. Another one is music. And then another one is teaching. The way I am teaching you now, it's a career. Another one is welding. You know where people join metals together, maybe to form gates, windows, and so on. Even chairs, metal seats. Another one is hairdressing. You see people taking care of people's hair in different styles. Another one is politics. All these things are what? Career. Politics is also a career. Another one is commerce. is cosmetology. Sorry, cosmetology. This is what? Learning how to what? Design our what? Our faces. When you see those people, by the time they finish design, I know you like it. See this girl. Yes. Another one is engineering. These people that build houses, that construct bridges. Some people want to go into that. Another one is medicine, like the doctors that and the nurses that take care of us. Another kind of career is civil service, or we call it public service. You know them. This one, the government workers. Another one is pharmacology. People that sell drugs. Okay, they manufacture and sell drugs. And then another kind of career people can go into is priesthood. You can see that some people are pastors. You go to church. Don't you see your pastor? It's a career. You too can be a pastor. Yes, I know you like it. Yes. Another one is broadcasting and journalism. Just as I am teaching you right now. I know you like what I'm doing, right? Yes. You also hear people that say things on radio. Don't you like the way they sound? At the end of the news, they will tell you their names. I know you like it. Those are the people that their career is called what? Broadcasting and what? Journalism. We have so many of them. So many what? Career. Remember, we have talked about what? Career, choosing a career. You need to be wise. You need to know your area where you function well before you what? Choose. Don't say because my friend is a nurse, I too should be what? A nurse. Don't say because my friend is a doctor or an engineer, I should also be what? An engineer or a lawyer. You know your area where you function very well. That is the part you should what? Choose. So you need to be what? Careful. Is that clear? And then as you're choosing, endeavor to be what? An expert. Did you hear me? Endeavor to be what? An expert in what? Your profession or in your career that you have what? Chosen. You can see some people in the Bible that did what? That had careers. We saw Paul. We saw Joseph, the father of Jesus. We saw Cain and Abel. We also saw David. And we saw Priscilla and Aquila. And then we saw Peter, that was what? A fisherman. You too can be what? Anything. And we've mentioned different types of careers. So you can choose the one you want to be. Now, this is your assignment. Number 1. A, career. B, occupation. C,